The reason why your prayers are not coming true is because you are praying wrong. The reason why your prayers are not coming true is because you are praying wrong. A lot of people pray but don't work towards their prayer. What do I mean by this? People will pray for $1,000,000 and just expect for it to come out of the sky. People will pray for a new car and just expect for it to just drive itself to the parking lot. And it's one of those things where you cannot be surprised when you don't get your prayer answered or your prayer doesn't come true when you do nothing to work towards your prayer. Imagine me praying to win a basketball championship. It's like I can't just show up and then do nothing, not shoot a single basket, and just expect to win the championship. That's not how it works. I can pray that all my hard work pays off. I can pray that me and my team don't get hurt. I can pray that, all the shots that we take, we make more than we miss. But it's one of those things that people will just pray for the outcome and won't pray for the opportunity. Like I said, people will pray for the outcome but won't pray for the opportunity. You have to pray for the opportunity before you pray for the outcome. If you're about to get kicked out of your home and you need rent, you don't just pray that, money just falls from the sky, but you pray that you have the opportunity to be able to make that money to pay that rent. You pray for the opportunity to know somebody who you can ask to give you that money to pay that rent. Like I said, if you're trying to be the best basketball player in the world, you don't just pray that you're the best basketball player in the world, but you pray that, you don't get hurt. You pray that you like I said, make more shots than you miss. You pray that all your hard work pays off. And what's the difference between somebody wishing that they're the best basketball player in the world and doing nothing compared to the guy who prays that he's the best basketball player in the world but hits the gym every day, is working out every day, is doing the work? It's like, think about all the artists that give speeches or all the people that are successful. Whenever somebody gets an award, trophy, or whatever, like the VMAs, the Grammys, or whatever, the first thing that they do is, I want to thank God. Why? Because at the end of the day, they were praying. They're not saying that they never prayed for any of this. But the difference between you and the person who actually got what they wanted was that they worked towards it. They worked towards it. There are people that never pray. There are people that don't even pray and just put in the work and make it happen. And there are people that pray that don't put in any work and expect for things to happen. And there's people that pray and put in the work and get things to happen. So if you want your prayers to be answered, you have to put in the work. Like I said, if you say you're praying to be rich, you can't just sit there and expect your bank account to have $1,000,000 by the time you wake up tomorrow. But you can't pray for the opportunities to meet the right person or the right person at the right place at the right time to give you that opportunity to maybe get a job that pays more, to maybe get an opportunity to where that person is willing to give you, chance to make a lot of money, or somebody comes and gives you the knowledge on how to make a lot of money, or somebody comes and just gives you the opportunity and tells you, this is the things you need to do. So it's one of those things where you can pray for the opportunity, but you can't necessarily pray for the outcome, because once you pray for the opportunity for it to happen and you work towards it, the outcome becomes inevitable. Okay, like I said, it's like I can pray to God that I don't get fired from my job so I can afford my rent, but I still have to go to work every day. I can pray to God that I don't break my leg, while I'm running my Olympic run, but it's one of those things where I still have to go to practice and put in the work and still eat good and do all the things that I had to. So the biggest reason why your prayer is not being answered is because you're not doing anything to work towards your prayer. You're just praying and hoping that it works. You have to put in the work to get that prayer to happen. You have to put in that work to get that prayer to actually manifest. You have to put in work for that prayer to actually become a reality. Most people, like I said, are just praying and hoping for the best. But it's one of those things where if you just pray and hope for the best, that's literally called wishful thinking. You're not praying, you're wishful thinking. So instead of wishful thinking, you need to pray and then work towards that prayer. And like I said, pray for the opportunity, not for the outcome. Okay, like I said, everybody's praying that they get rich. That's an outcome. But not everybody's praying that they have the opportunity to get rich. Think about that. Everybody's praying to get rich, but not everybody's praying for the opportunity to get rich. Because like I said, I can give you $1,000,000 right now, or I can teach you how to make $100 million. And everybody wants that $1,000,000 right now, but nobody wants to learn how to make $100 million. So it's one of those things where you're praying for the outcome, but you're not praying for the opportunity. So once you start praying for the opportunity, you will see the difference in change. You will see how much your prayers actually come to light. Why? Because you work towards it and God can do the rest. If you help yourself, you know, God can help you too. God can bring you to the water, but you still have to drink. God can bring you to the water, but you still have to drink. So it's one of those things where if you don't want to drink the water, if you don't want to do anything, you can ask for infinite water, and it's going to be next to you. You're not going to do anything. So it's one of those things where you have to put in a little bit of effort. You have to put in a little bit of work. You have to put in a little bit of something for you to get that outcome. And that's the difference between somebody who gets their prayer answered and somebody who doesn't. That's the difference between somebody who gets their prayer answered and somebody who doesn't. Okay.